Everyone, this is Donna Gray, your Stamping Up demonstrator from the scenic rim in Queensland, Australia. I'm so excited to be here. Sadly, for one thing, it's going to be my last one for a little while, but I'm sure you will all cope. I will try and share lots and lots of pictures of my holiday, but this is the last time I'm going to be going live before I go away on my incentive trip to Mexico. So I'm super excited. I have 2 sleeps to go before I get on that aeroplane. So it's starting to get really exciting. I've seen quite a few of my friends already taking off and starting their incentive trip holiday already because they're doing things on the way to getting to Mexico. So I'm super excited for those. I hope they're having a lovely time already. So good morning. I can see lots and lots of you have jumped on. So welcome. It's always a fun day, Friday fun fold. I'm sure you will all enjoy this fun fold today. It is a super easy fun fold, and you can incorporate any different bundles that you may have with it. I'm going to incorporate some of the things that are sadly leaving us in the retired products. So we still have our 60% off sale happening. We also have a clearance rack refresh. So there's so many things in that clearance rack. So jump on over to my website and check out that clearance rack sale, because I can tell you it is super, super awesome. Now, don't forget, it's my birthday month this month. So I'm actually having a celebration for my birthday and for going away on my trip. For anyone that spends $150 or more with me, you will get a free card kit out of my extra kits that I have cut throughout the year. So it will be a kit to make a minimum of 6 cards. It'll have card bases, layers, die cuts, embellishments, absolutely everything in it. You may not have the bundle, or it may not even have a picture with it, but they're always a great use in your craft room. There's nothing better than having card bases and layers and embellishments and things. Matthew's saying, we are going to miss your lives, Donna. I'm sure you will have a ball in Mexico. And I'm sure I will, Matthew. And I'm sure you will all cope without me. But I will try and share as many things over on my Facebook as much as I can. I probably not necessarily will do anything on YouTube. I will try and go live on YouTube. If I can, I will see how I go. I will have limited internet though, because I've just bought a SIM card for my phone. So it's only got a certain amount of data on it. So I'm not quite sure how well I will go, but I will try and share as much as I possibly can. So as I said, if you're interested, for the next 3 weeks, I will have this ordering special. So the ordering special will end on the 10th of May. So for anyone that orders $150 or more using the host code, so you can scan this QR code that's on the screen here right at the moment, or use my shop link in the description of the video in the show more box down below on YouTube, or in the description. Oh, hang on. I've just remembered one thing. I'm supposed to go live on Instagram. I forgot my computer for Instagram. I have been going live on Instagram for the last 3 days. This is the 4th day that I've been going live on Instagram. So for any of my Instagram followers, you actually get to see me live. So there we go. So I do apologize for the Instagram viewers. I forgot to click go live on my Instagram on my Instagram post. So welcome. And as I said, this is the last time I will be going live for about 12 days, actually 14 days, because we have Saturday and Sunday added onto it. So 2 weeks. 2 weeks I'll be missing in action. So for anyone that orders $150 or more, you will get a free card kit to make 6 cards with card bases, layers, embellishments, etc. For anyone that orders $200 or more, you will get 2 of those kits. So you get kits to make 12 cards, which will be awesome. And you'll also get a copy of our latest Global Creative Tutorial Bundle. And I can tell you, it is brand new products out of our brand new catalog. So you're not going to want to miss that Global Creative Tutorial Bundle. So for $200, you'll get 2 of the kits. So you'll get a kit to make 2 kits to make 12 cards. and you will also get the Global Creative Tutorial Bundle. And if you spend $250 or more, you're going to earn Stampin' Rewards on your order. So you're going to get some freebies, at least $25 for free or more, depending on what your order is. But you will get 3 of those card kits. So you'll get 3 6s or 18. I had to do my math, my times tables. So you'll get enough cardstock and layers to make 18 cards. Plus, you will get a free Global Creative Tutorial Bundle. And the Global Creative Tutorial Bundle is 12 top demos around the world. We all create 1 card each. We do a PDF tutorial, so you'll get a printed PDF tutorial, but every single person does a video recording as well with their project. So it's a great way to get inspiration, and it's all a mixture out of the brand new catalog. So it's going to be a super, super fun tutorial. I will try and get it up over on my website if you wanted to just purchase the tutorial. The tutorial is $22 to purchase on its own. Oh, no worries, Fran. Fran's catching a little bit before she goes to work. So the other thing that I wanted to say is, if you live internationally and you can't support my business by purchasing or placing orders through my business, you can always support the stream. You can scan that QR code and shout me a cup of coffee. So every little bit helps. So if you're interested in supporting the stream, you can use your phone and scan that QR code. You can come back to this video at any time and actually support my small business, because every little bit helps us. I bring these live content absolutely free 5 days a week. So it would be lovely if you wanted to support me. I have had people say, I can't buy from you, but I would love to support your business. There you go. Shout me a cup of coffee. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is we have a super, super fun joining offer this month. Now, in May. So I'm going to show you what the joining offer is, so you can see exactly what you can get. And I am telling you, you are probably going to want to think about seriously taken me up on this joining offer. So if you live anywhere in Australia, I support my team members all over Australia. So it doesn't matter where you live in Australia, you will get supported no matter what with your crafting. So this is what you're going to get. And I mean, honestly, it is, as well as $235 worth of products. So it's a super awesome deal. So let me show you exactly what you're going to get. So first of all, we have our new in colors. So we have Summer Splash, we have Pretty in Pink, we have Peach Pie, we have Shy Shamrock, and we have Petunia Pop. Now type into the comments, what is your favorite color out of these new in colors? Or the other thing is, do you love the new in colors? Look at that color combo. Isn't it just lovely? It reminds me of ice cream flavors. I don't know what it is. I just look at them and they're so yummy, I want to eat them. So in the starter kit, you will actually get these 5 ink pads for free. Now, this starter kit, it starts on the 1st of May and goes right through to the 31st of May, 2024. It's just a starter kit special for the month of May, 2024. Okay, so you don't want to let this one go by. So we've got the 5 in color ink pads. You've got the 5 Stampin' Up markers that actually go with these in color ink pads. Now, the Stampin' Up markers are used for if you have a stamp and you want to do a couple of different colors in the stamp. So say you have a flower and you want to do the stem in green and you want to do the flower in pink. You can use these Stampin' Up markers directly on your stamps, color in the stem and the leaves of the flower, color in the flower with the pink, and then you can actually stamp it and have a flower that has green stems, green leaves, and a pink flower. So that is what they're water-based markers. So that's what the Stampin' Up markers are for. They're not meant for coloring. They're not meant for stamping and coloring. They're actually meant for using on your stamps when it comes to doing multicolored stamping with one image. Okay. You will get a full pack of the gorgeous 6x6 in color paper. Now, we used that the other day in our crafting, and let me tell you, it is absolutely stunning paper. So 6x6 paper, Matthew says he used his Stampin' Up markers for so much. Exactly. So 6x6 paper, and you'll also get a mixture pack. Can you see all the different colors in there? You'll get a mixture pack of A4 cardstock, 20 sheets, 4 of each color. Now, you will get that absolutely free. That is a value of $144. You will get that absolutely free. Plus, you get to choose $235 worth of product, and you only pay $169. So it is absolutely a fantastic deal. Starts on the 1st of May. Now, I will have my computer with me. I won't have phone service that you can call me, but I will have my computer with me while I'm away. Now, if you want to just scan that QR code, it takes you straight to my joining page. It takes you straight to being able to join my team. There's also links in the show more box down below on YouTube, and there's also links in the description of this video. And every post that I put on Facebook, there is a link to join my team in the description of the post. Every single post that I put on Facebook, there is that clickable link, and you can click on the link and it will take you straight through to the joining process. Now, I really, really hope that you decide to take me up on, see, Lynn's saying her mouth is watering just thinking of it. I really hope you take me up on this offer, because honestly, it is a superb deal. And what is best about it is, once you've taken me up on the offer, you then get to be a part of my Wild Heart Crafters community, which helps you with your crafting and helps you meet friends all over Australia, which is great. We connect in our Facebook group. We do weekly challenges. We have monthly team meetings. We absolutely have a ball. One of the best parts about being a part of Stampin' Up and my Wild Heart Crafters community is the community. Now, I want to show you, I actually got some more birthday cards. So I wanted to get these birthday cards out and show you before we get started. So I'll just take that QR code away. All right. Now, also too, if you want to get a catalog, I'm just going to show this really quickly. Up in that top corner up there, there is a QR code if you want to get a catalog. Now, there is a fee of $10 for the catalog, and that's because the catalogs cost me $10 to send them out. But with that fee, I will refund that fee if you purchase an order in the first 2 weeks of May with me. I will actually refund that catalog fee. And the way that will happen is I will ask you for your bank details, and I'll just pop $10 back into your bank. So I'm just, oh my God, what an offer to become part of the best team. Thanks, Fran. Now, look, Fran's one of my team members. Fran loves being a part of the team. I'm just wondering what Carla is saying. I agree with the second subscription. I don't know what that means. Oh, Matthew, you're making a card exactly the same as the first one. So I wanted to show you exactly these gorgeous cards that some of my team members have sent me. Okay. All right. So this one here, this was the fun fold that I did, remember? So this one is actually from Priscilla. Priscilla is a lovely friend of mine from down Sydney way. Sydney or Melbourne? Sydney. Yeah, she is from Sydney. So she's actually made the fun fold that we actually did in my live video. So that was the fun fold that I said it looks difficult, but is so super, super easy to do. So thank you to Priscilla. She's been a lovely friend of mine for many, many years. And she's a Stampin' Up demonstrator from Sydney. The next one, I think, let me see who this one was from. Oh, this one was from Maria. That's right, in Victoria, and Maria is part of my team. So how awesome is that one? That one we might have to try. I'm not going to try it today, but that one we may have to try. What do you think? So thank you to Maria from Victoria. This one is from a team member of mine, Merlene. She's done some gorgeous, gorgeous embossing on this beautiful paper. And look at that. That's one of my fun folds I did too. Okay. So that was that easy fun fold. It's just an insert piece with two, a front and a back layer. You're going to love all of these, Matthew. Honestly, everyone excelled themselves with their cards, with their birthday cards. So that's from Merlene, one of my team members. So thank you, Merlene. This one here is from another one of my team members, Linda. Whoops. And so she's used that beautiful magnolia set that is in the online exclusives. Okay. So she's done a gorgeous card, and look at the wink. She's put so much wink of Stella on that, and I'm sure she's done that on purpose because she knows I love my wink of Stella. So thank you, Linda, for my birthday card. And this one here, oh, this one's from your mum, Matthew, from Karen. So Karen's made me this awesome birthday card. Look at that. How awesome is that for a fun fold? Matthew's saying, I love all of them. I know. And you're going to love your mothers. Of course, you're going to love your mothers. So, how awesome is that one? So, honestly, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to all of the people that have actually sent me birthday cards. I am so blessed to have so many people in my life that actually have sent me some birthday cards like that. Okay, so I'm actually going to use, I think I'm going to use the Thoughtful Wishes stamp set. I'm also going to use, and these are my Thoughtful Wishes dies, and there's a bit of food or something on there. Thoughtful Wishes dies. Now, let me sort these out so we can see. I think I'm going to use these ones out of the Thoughtful Wishes. Now, I always love a set of dies that are nesting dies. So these ones all nest inside each other. Now, for this fun fold that I'm actually going to do, you need dies that are going to be nesting dies. So we could do it with this one as well. So that's why I thought these dies were a perfect opportunity to do this fun fold with these dies. Now, these dies are going away. Sadly, they're going away. And I think, Stampin' Up, what are you doing? Why are you taking a fantastic set of dies like these away? But I wanted to celebrate them because they are still on, well, they're not on sale, but they're still available this month. And I did jump on and check before I went live this morning to make sure that they are still available, and they are still available. Now, this paper is also on the sale as well. Now, I'm nearly positive this paper is called Inked Botanicals, okay? And it's superb, gorgeous paper. So, and this paper is reduced. Hang on, and I double check and I'll see what the price of this paper is. And when I seen that it was on the sale and these dies were going, I was like, what a perfect combination for this fun fold this morning. Then to use some of the things that are on sale or some of the things that are retiring. So Inked Botanicals, I love, love, love the color scheme of this one. So I think I'm going to use Lost Lagoon as my card base. And then I think I'm going to go from there. So one of the things that I always say to people when you are thinking about designing a card, one of the first things that you need to do is work out what your color combination is. I may have this as the wrong name. Does someone know what the name of this paper is? It was on this. Hang on, and I'm just going to look. Last Chance Products. It was on about the third page or something. Okay, it's not there. Let's go to the next one. I decided to use it because it was a real bargain. The paper was reduced in price. So that's why I thought, let's use this paper and celebrate it and say goodbye to it because it's going to be gone. There is another paper, the Delightfully Eclectic, that's on sale at the moment. And it's a huge pack of paper. And it's only $26.20. It's called Inked Botanicals. I am right. And it's $10.87 on sale. So it is super, super cheap. $10.87 on sale. So definitely when you see this card and using this paper, you're going to love it. Now let's hope I have Lost Lagoon behind me here. Maybe I don't. Ooh, I don't. I might have to use actually, what else? I feel like I want to use this paper here. I don't have Lost Lagoon, so I'm going to have to use maybe Calypso Coral. Let's use that. I do have some Calypso in here behind me. Fancy not having any Lost Lagoon in here. And I know why I haven't got any Lost Lagoon, because it's actually not, well, the cardstock was not available. I don't know whether it is now, but it was not available there for at one stage. I think I'm going to use probably that paper there. What other paper have we got? We've got this one here, but I could use something like this. I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, or something like that. That's pretty. Let's pull out all the pieces that have got the Coastal Cabana in them. Ooh, or that one. So, see, this paper is gorgeous. Just have to say, stunning paper. What's that one? That's what I've already got, yeah. Or even maybe that one. Oh, or even maybe that one. Oh, we could have done Petal Pink as well. So we've got some nice color combinations there. I'm not quite sure which layer I'm going to use, but we will see. All right, so the first thing what we want to do, I'm going to move the Thoughtful Wishes out of the way. I'm going to put the paper up there to cover that glary spot. Let's move these dies off to the side, and we'll use them accordingly. So the first thing what we want to do is we want to cut this card base. Now, the card base is going to be 5 3/4 by 9 1/4. Okay, so because of our card base is only 8 1/4 wide. So we've got to get the 9 1/4 this way, and then we do 5 3/4. So let's just open it up, and we get 9 1/4. And then we're going to turn it around, and we're going to do 5 3/4. Okay. So 5 3/4, 9 1/4 this way, 5 3/4 this way. Then what we're going to do is we're going to score this at, the Crafty Cat is in the house. The Crafty Cat has just graced me with his presence. Okay, so we're going to score at 1 inch, then 2 inches, 3.5 inches, 5 inches. Oh, I thought I did that wrong then. And 7 1/8. Okay. So that's all the scoring that we're actually going to do with that. So I'm going to grab my bone folder, and we are going to fold this. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold it concertina style. Okay. Yes. Matthew says, well, hello, Theo. So we're going to fold it concertina style. So we're going to fold one that way. So this is the smallest. That was the 1 inch. Then we're going to fold it back on itself. Then we're going to fold it the other way. And then we're going to fold it back on itself. And then we're going to fold it the other way. Okay. Now, are you ready for the wow factor? That's the fun fold part of your card. So it's going to be a 3-step card. Okay. So that is what you end up with. A bit of a wiggly, it's not a W, it's a W with a V hooked on the end, maybe. That's what you could say. But that is actually your fun fold part of the card. So it is super, super easy. All right. Now, okay, so DSP front strip is 7. Okay. So I'm going to grab a strip for the front here. So I'm going to do that in, I actually think I like these little flowers. Where was the little flowers? These little spotty flowers, little dotty flowers. What do you think? It's a VW. Exactly, Anne. That's really good. It's a VW. Okay, so the first bit of Designer Series paper that we need to cut is going to be 7/8 of an inch by 5 5/8. Okay, so we're going to go to 7/8. Now, on our paper trimmer, we have to 1.5 inches over this side. So when you're actually cutting a small strip of paper, it's always best to actually if it's anything under 1.5 inches, do it on the other side, because you've got the majority of the paper will be up in the guide of the cutter. So it helps you hold it straight. So what I'm saying is, if you were trying to do 7/8 of an inch here, you've got the possibility of it swinging because you've only got this little piece up here that is in the guide, where if you actually do it the opposite way, so I can go to 7/8 over here, but I've got all of that that's butting up against the paper trimmer. So it makes it so much easier to be able to cut that strip. So we're doing one strip at 7/8 by 5 5/8. So 5 5/8, it's 2 strokes after the 5.5. So 5 5/8. Now that is going to go exactly there on the front of our fun fold. All right. So the next thing what I want to do is I want to use these layering dies to actually create some gorgeous layers on the front of on the steps of these cards. So because these dies nest inside of each other, I want to use the small one for the front. I want to use the next size up for the next one. And then I want to use the large one, but I'll use the large one with this one here for the last one. And that large one is going to sit up in there. So if you can imagine, these dies are going to sit like this on our card. Okay, so it's going to give you that stair step look. Okay. All right, so let's work out what we want to do. So those ones there, that one there, and that large one for the end. All right, so I'm going to use Petal Pink. I'm going to use Petal Pink as the backing because we can actually do that. Or do we use... No, I'm going to use Petal Pink. Indecision. Oh, God, am I going to not have... Oh, no, I do. I know I have Petal Pink in the... I do have Petal Pink in the drawer here. There we go. Saved by the bell. I do have some... Oh, and I need a couple of Petal Pink layers, but... All right. Now, and once again, I forgot to put myself down in the corner. I don't know. My brain's a bit of a muddle at the moment, trying to get myself organized. I do need to tell you, I'm nearly packed for my holiday. So nearly packed. So close to being packed, it's not funny. All right, so we've got that strip there. I'm going to cut all the larger ones out of the Petal Pink. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. So I'm going to bring in the cut and emboss machine. Now, when you see these dies and how they're going to layer up, you're simply going to want to add them to your shopping cart. Like, I mean, you need to get them before they go. I mean, when I have retired products, I actually sell out my retired products and get them out of my craft room, because once they're retired, I can't really advertise. I can't really use them because I can't really advertise them. But I can honestly tell you, I think it will be hard for me to actually say goodbye to these ones. I don't know whether I'll be able to say goodbye to them. Okay. So I'm going to get the whole 3 of them out of that, which is awesome. So I'm going to pop those 3 in there. I'm going to grab my top cutting pad and run those through. So these are the dies that go with the Thoughtful Expression stamp set. So the Thoughtful Expression stamp set is going through, but the dies aren't. I don't know. I feel like they could have done it the other way around, like removed the stamp set and kept the dies. But so look at these. They are absolutely, look at them. Definitely are dies that you would want in your craft room. Okay, so we've got those 3 there. Now, the next thing that we need to do, so that was my large one. This one here, I'm going to do them all in white, I think. So I need that one for that one. I need, so I need that one. I need that one. And I need that small one. Okay, so let's grab some white and we'll cut some white out. with those. Okay, we'll pop our white on. And 1, 2, and 3. That's okay, Sandra. We've hardly started. Only just got started. Yes, housework. Well, that's why I was late this morning. I mean, normally I go live at 8:15, and I thought I need an extra 15 minutes this morning. I had garbage bins to empty and put out, and I think I'm finally starting to relax and sleep in a little bit. And I slept in as well. So because I slept in, I was like running late, and then I didn't have the garbage bins out. So I thought I'm going to have to put up that I'm going to come late. So I decided to give myself an extra 15 minutes to get the jobs done. All right. So we've got all those white ones cut out, and we will pop that aside. Oops. Okay. So I'm going to pop those back onto there. So as you can see, we have some gorgeous layered up pieces. So we have that one, we have that one, and we have that one. Okay, gorgeous layered up pieces. And for some reason, there are some marks that have gone on my cardstock. So I'm just going to use my sand eraser. As you can see, the crafty cat is in the house. He has decided to grace us with his presence. He's going to definitely, oh, that was just a little bit. So that's good. That's gone. Let me see if I can get this mark off this one. The sand eraser is fantastic for removing any ink splotches you may have or any marks on your cardstock. And that's just about gone. Now, the sand eraser I just bought off eBay. Everyone says, where do you get the sand eraser from? Just off eBay. All right, so there we have our 3 layering pieces ready to go on there. Now, I think I'm actually going to do some designer series paper on these layers here. On my sample one that I did, well, where I got this from, it was one of my retreat projects last Christmas we did, and that's actually the photo that's on my YouTube thumbnail is the actual project that we did at retreat. So I think I'm going to, we didn't actually put some layers on here, but I think I'm actually going to put some layers on there. So let me see what that measurement was here that we scored. So that one is another inch. That one is 1.5. So this one here, I'm assuming, let me grab my ruler. I'm assuming this one here is, yes, 1.5 inches. So let's do a different bit of designer series paper in behind here. So do we want to do, so we've got these little flowers at the front. Do we want to do those flowers and then maybe do some leaves in the background? I think I might do those flowers on the next step up. All right, so I'm going to bring in the paper trimmer. So we're going to do, because that's 1.5, we're going to do it at 1 3/8 is how big we're going to do that bit. And that's still going to be 5 5/8. Okay, so we're going to have a piece for in there, a piece for the front. And then I think I'm going to do maybe just this leafy piece for the back section. Now I have to check out that and see what that measurement is. That is, oh, my eyesight. Let me get the ruler in there. That is 2 1/8. So we can do this at 2 inches. So let's do 2 inches. So I have to come over to this side now. 2 inches by 5 5/8. Now we are going to do a piece of basic white for the back section as well. Okay, that all works. All right, so let's glue these designer series paper pieces on before we go any further. Pop that back in there. Matthew, that sounds good to me. Margaret, have I cut the grass? Yes, I have cut the grass. I mowed the lawn yesterday. And the job of mowing the lawn yesterday, it was a huge job because I not only had to mow my lawn, I also had to mow out the back behind my fence, out the back as well. I actually back onto vacant land at the back, and it's just a whole big paddock. So what I actually do is I keep the grass down out behind the back fence. I've got a gate in my back fence, and I keep the grass down out the back, so that I don't get any snaky snakes coming to visit me. All right, so let's pop that first piece on there like that. Having a coffee and Anzac biscuits you made yesterday, Sandra. Sounds wonderful. Actually, my friend Lucy, she baked some Anzac biscuits, and she bought Anzac biscuits over last night, and we had coffee and Anzac biscuits last night. All right, so we are going to glue that one on there. And then this one is going to glue onto that last panel. Okay, so that one is going to glue onto that panel there. Okay, so we have it looking really pretty so far. All right, so the first thing what we're going to do is, okay, so we can put some sentiments, and I decided to use the Thoughtful Wishes. This is the one that I'm actually going to use as my stamp set for my retreat. Now, I thought I wanted to do some sentiments. So you step up the sentiments. So each layer has a different sentiment, okay? So I think what I'm going to do is at the beginning, I'm going to put thanks. On this little one. I think the thanks will fit. Hang on, people. Just bear with me. I have to go and get the basket from what all these were in. So sorry about that. I opened up the stamp set and all the stamps were missing. I forgot they were still all in the basket. But anyway, the word thanks is in here. I could have done the word thanks, but I needed the little flowers as well. All right, so I'm actually going to just do the word thanks. I might do it in Calypso Coral. So let's put thanks on the front of that one. Now, one of the things with these, you don't have to line them up, but I actually do like to line them up. So I like to line them up like they're going to sit on each other so that they look nice, okay? Now let's grab my Calypso Coral. So I'm just going to pull this one down this way because that's how I need to have it nice and straight. So I've got the center line on my grid here lined up, so I've got it straight. I'm going to do just lemon lolly with these flowers. Do a bit of lemon lolly and some flowers. Boop, just like that. Then I'm going to do the thanks in Calypso Coral. Okay, so thanks. Okay, so we've got thanks right there like that. Okay, so that one's going to sit, on there like that. Okay. So the next one I want to do, You Make Life Better. I think I can fit that. Yes, we can do that. So let's do petal pink in behind this one. So I'll grab my petal pink. Yep. And we might do this little one here. So let's ink up petal pink. And actually, I'm going to do the sentiment first. You make life better. And we need to make sure that we've got the top point there. So there we go. You make life better. I think I might do that over here. And then I'll stamp the petal pink here. This one, we'll stamp him just there. Okay, so you make life better. We have that and that. So we've got 2 of them done now. Now the last one. So thanks, you make life better. I like the I appreciate you, but I also like the thinking of you fondly. What do you think? Thinking of you fondly or I appreciate you? Which one are we going to do on this one? Thinking of you fondly or I appreciate you? Oh, Christine, I hope his treatment does really well. I suppose you've got to wait now for so long until you find out the results to see if it's worked. How long do you have to wait? Okay, so we've got I appreciate you fondly, thinking of you fondly, thinking of you fondly, thinking of you fondly. I appreciate you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thinking of you fondly. Okay, that's what we're doing. Thinking of you fondly. All right, so let's grab this one. So once again, I'm going to do one of these points on that center. So one of those humpy points on that center, so we get it sitting nice and straight. Thinking of you fondly. So let's go thinking of you fondly over here. Okay, and then I'm going to use, we need to have some Lost Lagoon in here. Let's get the Lost Lagoon out and let's get this leafy image here. Okay, thinking of you fondly. And I think I'm going to be able to, I should be able to do something like that. Ooh, yes, look at that. And we could even pop some little bits just down into here. And maybe some coming down in through there. Look at that. Thinking of you fondly. All right. Now, let's close up some of these ink pads. I've got them out open here everywhere. So please feel free to share my video on social media. So send it through Messenger. Grab the link from YouTube. Reach out to your friends. Tell them to come and watch some crafting. All right. So let's grab those all out of there. Now, we still have to do a back layer for this as well. So I'm just going to clean up my desk here so I don't get ink all over me. Okay, 3 months before you know any difference. So Christine, he doesn't have to do anything now, like in that 3 months, just keep well and wait for the results. It is a long time to wait, isn't it? But then also too, I mean, when you have cancer, you still have to wait for 5 years to really get the all clear. Okay, all right. So let's do that. Let's put the lid back on my glue. Now I'm going to cut a piece of white to go on this back panel here, and that's actually where you will actually do your sentiment for your recipient. So basic white is 1 7/8 by 5.5. Let me see if I can get that out of that. So 1 7/8 is that. Okay, 1 7/8, which is there. 1 7/8. Is that correct? No, that's not correct. Yes, it is correct. By 5 5/8. I was second guessing myself. It is correct. 1 7/8 by 5 5/8. Perfect. I could, yeah, perfect size. That'll do. So 1 7/8 by 5 5/8 for that back piece. Now we are going to do some stamping on this one. So now we're going to have a little bit of a play around. We can actually put I appreciate you on the back now. I mean, we did thinking of you fondly, you make life better, thanks, and let's do I appreciate you on the back because we can. Just because we can. All right, so lemon lolly. I'm going to do some lemon lolly. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do the Lost Lagoon. So I put all my ink pads away, but now I need them again. Lost Lagoon ink. What did I do with, there it is. Okay, so Lost Lagoon ink, we're going to pop a bit of Lost Lagoon in there and a bit of Lost Lagoon just in here like that. Okay, so we've got some leaves happening. Then, of course, we're going to do our petal pink piece. That one. And we're going to use this stamp. Okay, so petal pink. We'll do a little bit of petal pink there, a little bit of petal pink there. And then, of course, we will do the lemon lolly with our cute little flowers. We'll do lemon lolly and lemon lolly. Okay. All right, so let's pop them over to the side and let's wipe off my glass mat again. Okay. Yeah, Christine, it is a long process, isn't it? But, you know, they have such great, there's been so much more advances in medical, in medicine these days that it's amazing some of the things that they can do. So fingers crossed, it all works out. All right, so we're going to go in with I appreciate you now in our Coastal Capenna. I appreciate you. All right, let's put this baby together. All right, so I'm going to adhere that one to the back. Oh, okay. So Christine, my dad had prostate cancer. But luckily with my dad, he had his prostate removed and didn't have to have any further treatment. They had it was fully contained in his prostate and he didn't have to have any further treatment. So he was very, very lucky. His doctor actually caught it way, way earlier than what people would normally do it. So he was very, very lucky. All right, so let's pop these layers together. Oh, Leslie, well, we'll have him in our prayers and hope, hope things go all right for him. Okay, so we're just going to layer that one up onto that larger one. Okay, the next one. Yes, Christine, and you know what? I mean, crafting serves a purpose for many, many different reasons, and I'm so glad that I could have helped you in that time, and that it probably eased your stress a little bit to relax and watch a bit of crafting. All right. Okay, so we've got that, and we'll layer that one up on there. So we've got those two done. And then this one. There. And we'll layer that one up. So now, exactly what I said in my description of this video, that this is a fun fold that is easy for anyone to do, any crafter to do. And the reason why I'm saying that is, honestly, all you need is a set of nesting dies and that card base and some designer series paper. And they turn out fantastic. When I actually did this as my retreat project, everyone just loved it so much. Now, so you can layer this up all different ways. We can do something like this, okay? So we can do it stepped out like that. We could do it like this, so you can see all of those sentiments, or you can actually do it just one after the other like that. So what's your thoughts? We'll say this one's, let's vote for this. So number 1 is going straight at a diagonal. Number 2 is this way. So number 2, this way, zigzag. And number 3 is all in line. Which way do you want me to do it? So 1, 2, or 3. 1 is this way. 2 is this way. And 3 is all in a line. Number 1. Everyone's saying number 1. Number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think number 1 has got it. So this way, and this way. Okay. All right. So seeing as we're going to do that, you all know me. We need to have some ribbon, don't we? Okay. So I'm going to use petal pink ribbon. So this is a new ribbon. It's the diagonal ribbon combo. It is petal pink and let me grab the other one, and basic white diagonal striped ribbon. So we have white. Okay, let's make this choice. Do we want to do white ribbon on here, white, or petal pink? I'm asking for another vote. Sorry. But you guys help me create these cards. So white or petal pink. Now this is a ribbon combo. The 2 ribbons come together in a pack. And it's out of the brand new catalog. So while you're thinking about the ribbon, I will petal pink, 1 for white, 4 for petal pink, 5 for petal pink. Okay, it's petal pink. That's what it is. Now, with this, we're just going to put glue on the back, on the bottom half. Now, my thought process is always just to use the liquid glue so that you can get it sitting exactly where it needs to be. Now, it needs to go down in there far enough so that when we fold this all up, it can go into an envelope, right? So we're going to sit it right down, sitting, just resting in that fold line, because we want it to still fold. Okay, so liquid glue is honestly your friend so that you can get it sitting exactly where you need it to be. Okay, so we have that one. I'm going to do a little bit of liquid glue on the bottom half of this one. Okay, so we're going to stagger this one over just a little bit and sit it down in that. And I always find the best way to do it is to just press it down. Once you've got it positioned where you want to position it, press it down into the spot. And then last but not least, so we're going to do petal pink. So now what my trick is with this, we're going to wrap the petal pink all the way around, and we're going to hide it underneath this this layer. Now, whenever you're doing your ribbon, you've always got to hide the workings of it. You've got to hide where you're ending your ends, or you got to hide where you're actually going to put it. So I'm actually going to put a bit of Seal Plus there. I'm going to wrap my ribbon right around this layer. Now, you could have wrapped it around the designer series paper, but at that stage we didn't know what ribbon we were going to use. So I didn't have a clue what ribbon I was going to use. So all I'm going to do is wrap it around and press it into that Seal Plus that I've just put there. I'm also going to wrap this end around, and I'm going to press that into the Seal Plus as well. Now, always make sure that you have it in your Seal Plus really, really well, but we're going to add our dimensionals for this layer on top of where we have sealed that. So one thing that you can do, which is a little trick to make sure that your ribbon stays in place, is to pop a little bit of tear and tape just over where that is. Okay, a little bit of tear and tape over where that is. Now, I'm actually going to pop some dimensionals this side and down this side. Okay, so we've got some dimensionals there. Now, the reason why I've popped them onto the paper, if I put them onto the back of that tear and tape, they'd pull off. The backing paper would pull off, and we don't want that to happen. So I've made sure that I've glued it onto where the actual paper is, and I'm going to lift that and lift that, and this little baby is going to sit just here like that. Okay, so we have our 3 layers. How cute is that looking? And honestly, it is physically not that hard. All right. Now, of course, you all know me. It needs a bow, doesn't it? Of course it does. I'm not the bow lady from Bow Desert if I don't put a bow on it. So let's tie a bow. So a lot of people ask me how I tie my bows. I'm going to go through this again. I do this quite often in videos. I make a loop like a breast cancer loop. So it's actually a loop that is not on top of each other. It's actually a loop that the ends are going out, and it's like a breast cancer loop. I then wrap that ribbon around my thumb. Now, this is the major part with me with doing these bows. You roll your ribbon away from you twice, and that gets your ribbon going all in the right direction to be able to poke your little loop back through. So then all you do is you create a loop with your thumb and you stick it back through where that thumb was holding onto it. And then all you've got to do is hold that knot in the middle, rearrange the loops. When you've got it to the size you want it, then pull it tight, holding on to those 2 ends. Pull your 2 loops tight. Then you can bunch up your loops later. Okay, but you've got a gorgeous bow with the tails hanging down. Now, as you will see, the ribbon has got a pattern on one side and not on the other. Oh, well, a little bit, but not as obvious. It's not as stripy. You could actually twist that bow as you twist that loop as you put it through so that your ribbon will be the same on both sides. It's not that obvious on this ribbon, so I didn't worry about it. If it was something that was more obvious, if it was a definitely different color on the back to the front, or definitely a huge difference in the pattern and you could notice it, I would probably turn it over. All right, now I feel like I want to put it just there, okay, so that it will go really nicely on there. So let's just do that. And then, and that reminds me, I have to tie another bow. I've got one of my incentive trip swaps that I haven't done the bow, and I'm gonna put a bow, a glue dot underneath the ribbon there. See how this ribbon's moving around? I don't want that to happen. I want it to stay in place. So I'm just putting a glue dot in underneath and then going to press it down into the glue dot. And now our bow doesn't move. Okay. So that's just another little natty trick with your bow as well to make sure your bow sits in place. And there you have a gorgeous fun fold that absolutely anybody can create. So what do you think? Give me the thumbs up if you absolutely love it. It is I'm just seeing there's people talking here. Julie and Doris are talking to each other. Yeah, it's a great fun fold. Like it is absolutely, um, it's an easy fun fold too. Like it's not difficult. I always like to do easy fun folds because my attitude is I don't want people shying away from fun folds because they think they're too difficult. So I always like to make sure that I can try and pick an easy one that absolutely anyone can create, and I can tell you anyone would be able to create that. So let's hold it up here. It's a bit hard to hold up, but there you go. Look at that. What a great fun fold card for people that you want to send something different. But you can see there, see it's got that zigzaggy look to it, and then it folds up flat to go in your card, in your envelope, folds up flat. Super, super easy. As you can see, Crafty Cat is in the house doing his usual work, doing his usual work, sitting here relaxing. um, So, thank you very much for hanging out with me. And honestly, I'm going to miss you guys so much for 2 weeks, and I'm sure you're going to miss me as well. But thank you for hanging out with me, and thank you for supporting my Stampin' Up business. As I said, don't forget we have the clearance rack update at the moment. We have the last chance product sale. So, those dies, if you have fallen in love with those dies, you need those dies. I'm telling you. Get them now because and Wednesday next week, they're going to be gone. You won't be able to get them. So, the paper was only $8.60, I think, for the pack of paper. So it's a really good pack of paper. So if you're interested in shopping with me online, then by all means, as I said, I have my shopping special that if you place an order of $150 or more, you will get a card kit for free. If you place a $200 order or more using the host code, you will get 2 card kits for free. Now, the card kit is to make 6 cards. So, and I will have a lovely, fantastic time in Mexico. I'm actually starting to get a little bit excited. I've actually nearly packed. And I'm so excited that even when I've packed, I have a whole half a suitcase. Mind you, I think my shoes are going to take up probably the other half of the suitcase, but my clothes are all in one side of the suitcase and I physically don't have anything in the other side. I have to put my incentive trip swaps and everything in there, and I have to leave room for whatever Stampin' Up are going to give us. They're going to give us stuff like, and so I have to have room like physically in my port. So I was talking to my daughter this morning, and we're doing the last minute. Have you got this printed out? Have you got that? And so we're doing our last minute things. But she's actually going to come up and fine tune my packing. But I reckon I've got it down to a fine art anyway. So I'm the world's worst packer. I really am. I take so many things just in case I might need it. But and the worst part is when I've packed, I should pack at the last minute, because when I've packed, then I keep adding things to it. Use part of her suitcase. Well, I don't know. She's a fashion queen. So I'm thinking that she's going to have a lot of things in her suitcase. She says she's got 13 outfits. 13 outfits. We're gone for 12 days and she's got 13 outfits in her in her suitcase. I've put in 5 good tops to wear out of a nighttime. I've put in 2 pairs of jeans, one black, one white. I've put in 2 pairs of 3/4 pants, one black, one white. I've put in 3 pairs of shorts and a pair of denim shorts and 3 t-shirts and my swimmers. And of course my PJs and my underwear and things. Yep, don't forget my knickers. My knickers are already in. um, Does she not know how to wash? Well, I think the story comes from when we were in Europe last year. We had a 12-day Europe trip that we did last year, and we didn't have a clue whether we were going to be able to wash or not. So we took enough clothing for the 12 days plus the 7 days on the Norway trip. So hence my suitcase was right at the limit of the weight. I don't even know the weight of what we're allowed for our suitcase, because on none of my flights does it say how much how many kilos I'm allowed to have. And we have the biggest suitcases that you can get because we like to be able to fit everything in. I have got comfy shoes. I've got reef shoes packed. I've got I do have to go and get my thongs because I want my beach thongs. I also have a pair of sandals. I have my high heel shoes and I have my boots for my line dancing. 30 kilos, do you think 30? I thought it was only 22. Like last time I think it was only 22. Because oh no, it could have been 30. Was I at 26 or something? I don't know. Anyway, you'll miss my videos, Darby. Well, you know what? I'll be back and try and do some live videos from Mexico so you can see some of the fun stuff that we're doing. And just give you a little bit of a glimpse of what it's like to be a part of an incentive trip. Because, like, to be a part of something like this, I mean, and I need to put that disclaimer out there. Everyone thinks that we win these trips. We do not win these trips. We physically earn these trips. Like we earn and we work hard to earn these trips. And we are the top 0.1% of demonstrators achieve the levels that we do. So and the beauty of it is when we actually gather together, we know that each and every one of us has worked so hard to actually earn that trip. So and I think when we work as hard as we do, we really love being able to just get away, forget about our work. I mean, we don't really forget about our work because we're hanging out with all Stampin' Up demonstrators. Like, but it is so nice to be able to holiday with all of us like-minded people. I mean, they're our people. Like we are all Ruth. One of these days, you are going to be on one of these incentive trips. I am telling you, one of these days, I am going to. I know we met in New Orleans, and it was so nice to actually meet you in person. But one of these days, I'm telling you, girl, you're going to earn one of these trips and you're going to be on it and celebrating and sipping the cocktails with us. So, um, um, who's looking after Crafty Cat while I'm away? Well, now that's the issue. I need to talk to you about this because I actually, I actually, uh, had my mum and dad looking after my cat. Apparently, Theo was supposed to be looked after with mum and dad. So he was going to go back to Casino where I was living for about 6 or 7 months. He was going to go back there and he was going to holiday there. But my mum and dad have gone away on a holiday and they forgot about looking after the crafty cat. My mother is devastated. My mother's so devastated that she's going to miss out on looking after the crafty cat. But my friend Lucy, that I hang out with, she's a team member of mine, but she's also my best friend up here in Beaudesert. She's actually going to come and hang out with him twice a day. She's going to come and hang out with him and spend a bit of time with him and feed him for me. So he's going to be in a house for 12 days by himself. So I don't think he knows it yet, or he might know it because of my suitcase getting packed and being out in the lounge area. But anyway, so Lucy's going to look after the crafty cat. I wish I could smuggle him away and put him in my suitcase and take him with me, but I don't know whether he'd like Mexico. I mean, like he'd probably be okay just hanging out in the hotel room, but then I'm sure if someone came to clean the room, he would be straight under the doona of the bed because that's what he does every time someone comes into my house that he doesn't know. He's straight under the doona of the bed. But anyway, so thank you very much, everyone, for hanging out with me and following me. Give me the thumbs up for the video, and I will see you all in a couple of weeks. And keep an eye on my business page on Facebook. Keep an eye here. Lucy will sit and craft with him. Well, maybe she will. Like, I mean, she might get in my craft room and just go crazy. Maybe she will. I don't know. Maybe I'll tell her that. Maybe you need to sit and craft with him, Lucy, so that he can sit on the chair and feel like I'm here. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, and I will see you all again soon. And as I said, if you're thinking about that joining offer in May, it is superb. As I said, I will have my phone that I can take messenger messages on Facebook. So to contact me while I am away, unless, I mean, if it's an emergency, yes, okay, contact me. But I will be available on Messenger on Facebook, and I will also be available via email as well. You just can't call me. That's the only difference. But if you have any questions about the joining offer, please don't hesitate to email me. I will be checking emails periodically while I'm away. So thanks, everyone, and I will see you all again soon. Bye for now. I don't know how to say goodbye in Mexico. Does anyone know how to say goodbye in Mexican? I don't know. I mean, arrivederci, that's not Mexican. Au revoir is French. I don't know. Anyway,